Hey guys, how's it going? I decided to make another Disney pin video since my last one was so popular. So, why don't you come down and see part of my world? Part of my Disney world, that is. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? You would think so, but I have just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Disney pins. I mean, there are thousands, nay, hundreds of thousands of pins in circulation. There are so many pins that I'm still on the prowl for that it's just mind boggling. And that number keeps on increasing annually. You guys remember this bad boy, right? My Disney pin trading satchel. Well, inside of this, I have over 280 different Disney pins. Now, I'm really proud of my collection and I want to share it with you. So every week I will post a video that delves into each page of pins in my satchel, starting today. You guys ready for this? Let's do it. Part 1 commencing. This is the first pin on the first page, a Walt Disney World pin that shows all of the icons. Sadly, the Mickey Sorcerer's Hat is no longer in Hollywood Studios, but still, this is a great first pin to start out with. Here's the next one, Hollywood Studios, 1989. I love this one because Goofy's on it. He's one of my favorite characters. This is my first pin ever. My mom gave it to me when I was the tender age of 10 years old. I've kept it ever since. And this one is much like that Goofy Hollywood Studios one, but it shows Magic Kingdom, christened in 1971. This one's a cool one, where all the dreams happen. What will you celebrate? Chip and Dale, and those things above them, they're balloons and they're see-through. This one is a Mickey crest, one of my favorite ones. 1971 means, the christening of Walt Disney World. And this is a lapel pin, but as you can see, there are 3 pins. One pin on top of one pin on top of another pin. So it's very thick, but it's still so ornate. I love it. Going down the other way, this one is a Disney Vacation Club member pin with Minnie and Mickey getting ready to enjoy the parks. This was the first Disney World resort that I stayed in. I was 5 years old, I believe. Disney's Wilderness Lodge. Had a lot of good times there. Disney's Dream Makers. This sort of goes off of the Wilderness Lodge theme. Winnie the Pooh Bear. He's hiking, having a fun time. This was the next resort that I was lucky enough to stay at, the Beach Club Resort. Now I consider that my home away from home. Mickey is just lounging in his summer chaise, if you will. And here's a Dream Makers pin of the Beach Club Resort. Ariel is enjoying a nice ice cream cone right by this shipwreck. That's actually one of Beach Club's coolest additions. It's a flying jib slide. So you go up all the way to the crow's nest and then you can slide down into their mile-long pool. So cool, right? This one is also featured at the Beach and Yacht Club Resort in Beaches and Cream, where you can get the kitchen sink, and that is what is inside the kitchen sink. You have a lot of bananas, ice cream, hot fudge, chocolate, sprinkles, cherries. I mean, it's everything, including the kitchen sink. I've never tried it because I will not eat all of that, but still, very cool. This one is, commemorates the 15th anniversary of the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. My family usually goes in that time frame because that's the best time for us. And here is another commemorative Food and Wine Festival pin, this time in 2008 with Chip and Dale enjoying some Japanese food at Japan Pavilion. Here is another Japanese-inspired Food and Wine Festival pin, Minnie, draped in her kimono, or mono as I like to call it, enjoying some spaghetti. And who can forget about these lovable and very annoying seagulls from Finding Nemo? Mine! Great pin. This pin was given to me by my best friend for my birthday not too long ago. And if you can see, as I open it up, Walt Disney and Mickey right in the center, and then pictures of Mickey over the years on the adorning 2 sides. One of my favorite pins. Very thick, but still very cool. Here is a Halloween-inspired limited edition lapel pin, pin on pin on pin, with Goofy scaring Minnie, Donald, and Mickey. Alright, the last row, here we go. Starting with the Disney Castaway Cay 5K pin. My parents got this for me because I was lucky enough to win the 5K when I went on the Disney Cruise Line. The Disney Dream, this was almost a year ago. I had a great time there. And this one, yes, Admiral Mickey with a movable little anchor. I had to get this pin because he looks so spiffy in that uniform, and that really cool anchor with the Mickey attachment on it. I had to. Here's another Disney Cruise Line pin with Mickey. As you can see, it was one of his earlier iterations than this one, and I just think that looks really classic with the rope around the anchor. And yes, one more. Disney Cruise Line compass. Mickey right in the center, manning the wheel, and then north, south, east, west. This one is one of my favorites because it still has the MGM title that the ephemeral Disney Hollywood Studios had about 5 or 6 years ago before they changed it to Disney's Hollywood Studios. I have heard rumors that they are going to change the name yet again, but I do not know to what. That'll be very interesting, but you know, this one, it's an artifact of its time because the MGM name is long gone. And last but not least, Chernabog from the movie Fantasia. He's got a lot of stuff going on in this pin. Him, you know, surrounded by green and yellow fire. This is actually a limited edition of 450, and I found this off of a pin trader at Magic Kingdom, believe it or not. So I did not buy it. I found it and I traded for it. So happy day for me. Well, that's it for today, folks. Thank you very much for the wonderful comments and views on my other videos. Please remember to subscribe and share this Disney pin video with other pin lovers. Hot dog! As Mickey Mouse says, I'll see you real soon.